Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I say it as it approaches midnight. Hello, everyone. Hi, chat. Good evening. Tokimori. Hello. Stopping by. Thanks for joining me tonight on this lovely night. Hello. Tokimori. Hello. How is everyone doing today? Good after midnight. Yes, almost midnight. We're at 11:45. I have my itsumono. I have my regular dusty fox. How was your dinner? It was good. I just had some I had some pork. I had some thinly cut pork, or as thin as I could possibly make it. With some yakiniku sauce that I bought at the Asian store. And then I had a butter spinach corn yaki, like pan fried, just like spinach and butter and like pepper, salt and pepper, and corn, and then plus some soy sauce. And it's pretty good. Yeah. Afternoon for our US friends. Yes, happy afternoon. Good afternoon. Kokomori everyone. Yes, hope you're all good. Uebagi, thank you very much for the 30 months of membership. Arigato, thank you. I believe we're almost at our 3 years for membership, which is pretty crazy. That's good. Yeah, it was pretty good. It was a good ass meal in my opinion. I kind of feel like snacking though, but I feel like that might just be because I just finished eating. I just finished eating, and I feel like you need to give your stomach a little bit of a rest, you know? And then it's time. And then it's time to like. And then it's either you realize you're full and then you don't eat anymore, or you realize that you are hungry and you eat more. So you did yourself? I did. Yeah, I do cut meat occasionally. It was a hearty meal. It had everything, and I had rice too. Of course. I left out the rice part, but rice is always very much a must for me. Ever since I started living in Japan, like rice has been a very important part of my diet. Let's see. Yeah, so it's either I think I have pretty balanced meals. I have like my proteins, and then I'll have like a vegetable, and I'll have a carb. And then if I'm feeling really excited about my life, if I happen to have it on hand, I'll have a dessert. Today, I think this Dusty Fox, this cocoa powder, cream liquor, whatever, is my dessert. So KP, everyone, let's get started with some Reddit stories. Mr. Beautyface, thank you very much for the 34 months. Oh my God, 2 months ago. Wow, we're so close. Thank you, Duver, for 34 months. Thank you for 34 months, you guys. That's a lot of months. Thank you. KP, everyone. Oh my goodness, we got a raid! Oh, I made this really strong today. People who lived in Japan almost act like it's a meal with. I know, yeah. You have to have rice. Hello, welcome, Shiki Raiders. Hello, welcome in. Thank you very much for stopping by. I just got started. I was just talking about like what I ate for dinner. We had barely gotten we haven't even started the tea yet. Thank you so much for the raid. I hope you had a good stream. Oh my goodness. Welcome in. Hello. Thank you so much for the raid. Today we are on the r/relationship advice subreddit. We're gonna get some spicy stories probably. I saw that Shiki was doing an Oscars watch along yesterday. Not today's stream, but I saw that she was doing an Oscar watch along. I thought that was so cool. I watched the Oscars from the comfort of my bed. On French Disney Plus. Yeah, on French Disney Plus, so everything was dubbed over in French, so I barely understood. I barely heard what was happening, but it was a fun time. It's the first year that I've watched the Oscars. This is the first year that I've cared enough about movies to watch the Oscars. So it was always on, obviously, when I lived in America. Like, it was on every year, but I never really cared enough to watch it because I never watched movies. But now that I'm watching so many movies, I figured why not watch the Oscars and pay attention for the first time in my life. And it was really interesting, so. Yeah. Yeah. Hello, hello. Welcome in. We're about to get into the nitty-gritty. Is it possible to dub over the the manic of Conan O'Brien? Yes. The worst part was when he started singing. Conan O'Brien started singing about like how he was like, I will not waste your time or something on stage, and he was like dancing, and literally the French interpreter was like speaking over him. He was like and like speaking in French, and every time, of course, I heard so much merci beaucoup yesterday because like there were so many thank you merci beaucoup and like when someone would say wow, they'd be like, the interpreter would be like wow. It was crazy. Oh my god. So I barely understood what, like, I only got like half of the jokes because the interpreter would start interpreting like part way through the sentence, and like, but it was still cool. I got to see who won, and honestly, the Defying Gravity performance, I was done after that. I was like, you know what? Even if I can't watch this thing in the language that it was supposed to be originally watched in, I guess I don't really care. I watched Defying Gravity, and that's good enough for me. So, yeah. It was good though. I liked watching it. It was my first time actually sitting through the whole thing. It was my first time like watching everything, seeing how people seeing how the Oscars work. I mean, I think I've just taken that kind of stuff for granted, living in the United States and not really caring about American culture, or like I guess the academies aren't necessarily American culture, but you know, stuff like that. Like American television, I never really like. I never really thought about. It's those kind of things that you never really think about until they're gone, you know. Anyway, enough about my Oscars watching. Today we're reading some spicy Reddit stories. I usually just go through whatever I can find. So, oh, this is a juice. I see this title and I'm like, this is so juicy. All right, you guys. This one is called My 32 Female Gay Best Friend 35 Male Tried to Sleep with My Husband 35 Male. How do I move on? It was about Amelia Perez, but I see it having a cult following in the future. I think the thing about, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen it. So I can't give any exact like, I can't give predictions, but I feel in my mind, Amelia Perez, the reason that it's gotten so much hate is because it is an inaccurate portrayal. It is actually like, I believe that the Mexican, like a lot of the Mexican population like finds it offensive, which I think might make it difficult for it to have that sort of cult following. I feel like a lot of cult movies are, at least the ones that I like, The Room and stuff like that. Like, I think movies like that are funny because they don't really harm anyone and they don't make anyone uncomfortable, whereas Amelia Perez stands in a different sort of politically perhaps incorrect or inoffensive area. So I'm not sure. I don't know. But I don't know much about I don't know too much about the drama or why it's this or why it's that. And I haven't seen the movie, so I can't really give a lot of opinions about it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. So people don't like the songs. I think the songs are so bad they're good. That's one thing that I will get behind. I'm not going to talk about the portrayal of cultures, this, that, and the other, because I don't know and I haven't seen the movie and I haven't done enough research to talk about it. But the songs in my mind are so bad it's good right now for me. All right, here we go. Let's read. So the title pretty much sums it up. Saturday night, my husband, best friend, and I went out for drinks. Husband and I got unusually drunk. To the point where he blacked out. In our 5 years together, he has never blacked out, and he can drink. Anyway, I ended up passing out on the living room floor when we got home, and we were just hanging out, at the end of the night. My husband says he also fell asleep and woke up with my friend on top of him, kissing him and trying to have sex with him. Ah! My husband pushed him off, woke me up and told me it was time for bed. Friend left and I got really upset at my husband for wanting to go upstairs, so he went without me. Friend said bye to me and acted like everything was normal. He even texted me the next morning about something totally unrelated, again acting totally normal. I'm having a lot of feelings. I'm angry and disgusted at my friend who I invited into my home to violate my husband and my marriage. I'm sad and feel so guilty. I can't look at my husband without a flurry of emotions bubbling up. I don't know what to say or do. That friendship is obviously over, but how do I help my husband through this, and how do I stop the intrusive thoughts that have me questioning everything? How do I help my husband too? How do I stop the intrusive thoughts? Well, it's not like they actually slept together. That's crazy. It is horror, right? Ohayo, 来てくれてありがとう. Yeah, I'm not sure why she can't look at her husband. Like, they didn't sleep together, and like, I don't know, I mean, I can understand having really conflicting feelings, but I don't think it should be that. In my mind, I don't think it should be that level, you know? Like, dang. But yeah, how do you comfort your husband? How do you help your husband through this? That's scary. That's scary. Yeah, that's a crime. That's a crime. Tried to rape your husband. He didn't try to sleep with him. You should look into pressing charges, even for kissing as assault. How would you feel if I told you I woke up to one of your friends trying to stick his dick in me while I was asleep? Okay, I didn't think of it like that. Give him support and empathy. Let him know he can be safe with you, and you'll be there for him, and don't judge him. What is there to question? Yeah, what is there to question? Your friend is a sexual predator? Yes, there you go. There we go. Oh, thank you. Wow, this is pretty straightforward. How do I help my husband? Yeah, like be there for him. Be there for him. Tell him you can, like, tell him you'll listen to him, you know? Like, be a supportive person. Like, no. Tell him maybe, like, if he needs like therapy or something, like, say that's an option. You don't want to talk about it, you don't have to talk about it, but if you need to get something off your chest, if you need to help you work through this, like, we'll get through it together, like, that sort of stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Like, you just kind of gotta be there, because it's, in the end, it's something that he has to work through it himself. And then, yeah, maybe you should press charges, or like maybe you should, like, I don't know, maybe you should do something about that friend. That's scary. That sounds very illegal. I was telling my mom. Okay, wait, hold on. I made this really strong today. I was telling my mom earlier. I was explaining to her the concept of Reddit, because she was like, what are you streaming today? And I was like, I'm reading stories. And she's like, oh, you're reading? And I was like, yeah, but like not like a book. I'm reading like I was like, you know how I get all of those people's not information. You know how I get all those people's opinions on Married at First Sight? Because like I always look at the Married at First Sight Reddit when my mom wants to know opinions about her show. I'll look at it. I'll look it up for her, and she was like, they know you talk about Married at First Sight? And I was like, no, hold on. Like where I get all those opinions, it belongs to like this bigger site, and there's a lot of smaller pages on this big site, and it's anything. Like, you could talk about for anything, there's a page for it. I'm reading the, and then I explained to her, am I the asshole? And she was like, oh, that's like, it's like a submission. That's what they do on the Today Show. And I was like, I'm like, I guess, but like, yeah, I guess. The Black Ops, it's really strong today. Oop. This is really strong, Dusty Fox. Expose him. Yeah, definitely, like, if you have mutual friends. I'll watch Married at First Sight if Tokimori comes on, like, on stream. Watch Married at First Sight, watch along on stream. I think her opinions would be really vile, though. I don't know if I would want to be associated with some of her opinions. What's the Today Show? The Today Show is a morning show, I believe. Live from Rockefeller Plaza. This is Today with Kathy Lee Hoda. Wait, no. Kathy Lee something and Hoda Cop B. Live from Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza. I used to my mother watched this show like almost every day. And so I every morning I would wake up to this, and that's why I remember it. That's why I remember Judge Judy, you guys. It's Boomercore YouTube. It's not YouTube technically either. I mean, I'm sure they have a YouTube channel, but the Today Show is a TV show, a morning show that airs on cable, that airs on the TV. You guys know talk shows. I mean, yeah, like whatever my mother watches. My mother watches. She also likes. She likes The View. Yeah, there are a few. She watches some Jimmy Kimmel. Some, specifically some. I don't think she watches the whole thing, but sometimes she'll watch some Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah. Yeah, so I always used to wake up to the Today Show in the morning, which is why I know it well, but I don't, not like I've ever really seen it. It's like Good Morning America, stuff like that. Anyway, yeah, so she was like, oh, it's like the Today Show, and I was like, nah, I suppose, but everyone judging these things are not Kathy Lee and Hoda. They are these, like, they're just people on the internet. There's a lot of divorce labels on the Married at First Sight wiki. Oh no! I mean, that makes sense. It's like, Married at First Sight is not very, I don't know. As a social experiment, it's like Love is Blind, you know? It's like, as a social experiment, it doesn't really pan out. The what? The Today Show? Hello, Aoi, hello. Alright. This is a pretty straightforward one. I told my mom about the one that we read a few weeks ago about the lesbian couple, and one of them sings too loud and off key in the car. And my mom was like, "Oh, that's sad." Like, she had the same, well, not the same exact reaction, but she had like a similar reaction. She was like, "Oh, that one's sad. That's a hard one. That's sad." And I was like, "Yeah, I know, right?" Yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's find something else. My 30 female, semi-disabled mother, 65 female moved in with me. My boyfriend, 34 male, hasn't been handling it well. How do I handle this? I want to try and be as brief as possible, but there's a bit of nuance. I'm an only child to a single mother. My parents divorced when I was really young, and my mom was the person who raised me. I'm very aware of the sacrifices she made to ensure I succeeded in life despite how poor we were. Maybe 5 years ago, my mom had a stroke and a series of TIAs. Someone please tell me what this means. These changed her personality somewhat and caused some mobility issues. She doesn't exactly qualify for disability because she is able to walk around and take care of herself. She could theoretically hold a job, etc. She has about 1.5 years until she qualifies for Social Security. We're in the US. I see. I see. My mom started her own baking business in 2019 after working as a baker for 20 years. This obviously failed in 2020. She coasted for a bit before becoming the live-in caregiver for my gran until she died, and then the executor of my gran's estate. That brings us to now. She was living in my gran's house, which sold. She found herself with nowhere to stay and no income. I live with my boyfriend, 35 male, in a 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment. We have been dating for 2.5 years. I am very much the breadwinner. I estimate that I pay around 80% of household expenses. I make $50 an hour, $50 an hour, sorry. He makes 21. I also work from home, so I generally take care of making dinner, doing dishes, shopping for groceries, etc. If my partner does any of these tasks, it is under my direction. All right. We originally agreed my mom could come stay for a month while she found a job. She has struggled to find a job, she can't be on her feet, and has limited use of her dominant hand. In her last 25 years work experience is as a pastry chef. She's been applying every day and she's had a few interviews but no serious leads. We have had a lot of discussion about this, mostly that I am unable and unwilling to kick my elderly disabled mother out with nowhere else to go. We have other family, but I am the only one with a spare bedroom. This has caused a ton of tension between boyfriend and me. He has really started to be generally unpleasant to be around all the time. He's very moody, prone to outbursts. He gets angry if my mom stays in her room, says she's cowering and hiding when he gets home. He's even more angry if she and I are on the couch together when he gets home. I feel like I'm a stranger in you and your mom's house. If I go into my mom's room to talk for a little bit, he says I'm ignoring him. Along with this, he's started to tell me almost daily that I don't do things with him enough. Oh my god. I don't kiss him enough, snuggle enough, talk to him enough, etc., etc. Anytime I'm doing something fun for myself, he will start a big fight. It feels like living with a storm cloud, and I constantly feel like I'm dropping the ball in like 7 different arenas. This all came to a head this weekend because he was driving me to a photo shoot. I had been working on making this big crazy costume, and a friend volunteered to take some pictures of me wearing the costume. I can't emphasize how meaningful this was to me, and decided this was the time to tell me that he would never tell me to kick my mom out, but he's really angry that I haven't done it already, and that I should be on team us more than team someone else. I understand a relationship should be a priority, and my mom has been with us almost 5 months. Oh. I don't think that this is an easy situation or one that he isn't allowed to have feelings about, but the fact he seems to genuinely believe that I should kick my elderly disabled mother out into the street really shocks me. It also makes me really question our future. Like, if this is how he is acting over a family member needing our spare room for a time, what would happen if we had a special needs child, or if something happened to me? I'm a big believer that a good relationship is able to thrive even in times of crisis. How do I handle my boyfriend's big feelings without telling my mother to leave? Oh my god. Ooh. Oh my god. Wow. A mini stroke with no long-term damage. Yeah, that's pretty... Okay. Oh my. 5 months is pretty long, but he's absolutely not entitled. Yes, exactly. Exactly. 5 months is long. They said a month. We originally agreed my mom could come stay for a month, but her mom's in a rough spot. Like, she doesn't have an income, and she doesn't have any leads for a job. She doesn't have a place to live. So yeah, you really gotta take the L. Like, if he is mad about this, then he needs to separate himself for a little bit, you know? Like, I don't know. He isn't a husband, they aren't married. Yeah. I mean, they aren't family. I will they haven't quote unquote like become family yet. But yeah, and but this is a very like family versus like loved ones. He's being an ass about like this though. This is crazy. If we are taking everything at face value, which let's not talk about the things that we can't see in a Reddit post, because then we could go on forever. You know, like, there could be a different side to this. We're gonna take it with what information that we have. Like, this is the worst. Like, I think that, like, he does not have an obligation to take care of her mother, which is also not mentioned here. But he doesn't have that obligation, but he also is not in a place where he can be complaining about it, especially if OP is taking care of pretty much everything. Like, she has her, like, what, she makes more money. She makes way more money than he does. And she also takes care of the household stuff. I love how she says, if my partner does any of these tasks, it's under my direction. Like, okay, gaslight, girl keep, gay, what? Gay. Girl boss, gaslight, goat keep. Gaslight, gatekeep girl boss. There we go. He doesn't have power in the relationship. Yeah. Goat keep. Not enough sex. Yeah, he's like, you don't cuddle with me enough. Come on. Don't be a baby. Suck it up. Suck it up. Suck it up. I understand he's probably like, when is this going to, like, when is she going to leave? Is probably his question. And like, it makes, like, I get it. It makes sense. Like, if I were the boyfriend in this position, I would also be like, okay, it's hard. Like, I'm the kind of person who it's hard for me to be in, like, it's hard for me to feel like I'm in my own space when like someone else is like staying. I love having friends over, and I would let my friends stay for like, for honestly for however long they needed to. But definitely depending on how big the space is, it's like it can be really hard to like find your own time. And I always feel kind of like uncomfortable with that, because like I've never really shared a space. Like, I've never lived in like a dorm where I had to share like this, or like, you know, I've never lived with a bunch of roommates where we all had to share those things. So like, I get it. Like, I understand like feeling like your house like isn't your own when you have guests over, and that totally makes sense. But then like, he should also understand that she has like, she wants to do this for her mom, and like that she should do this for her mom, and like, yeah, she wants to, and you know, and so he should take initiative and say, well, I'm going to separate myself. Like, I'm going to go back home for a little bit, or like, I don't know where they live, obviously, but it's like, I'm gonna go stay at a friend's place. I'm gonna see if I can crash with someone else for a little bit, you know. Like, if he needs a break from that, then he should, like, the mother is in a difficult spot, you know. Like, he should take the initiative and just get out himself, you know. Yeah, I don't know. This is hard. Yeah, I mean, like, I think, yeah, I can understand his feelings, but he's being a big baby about it. He's being a big baby about it, and like, you know, it's fair. I think it's totally fair for him to tell OP to say like, hey, I'm having kind of a rough time with your mom being here. Like, I can't feel very like relaxed in my own space. I'm a little bit sad that we don't have all the time to like be physically intimate and like, you know, be as close as we used to be. And like, I feel like 5 months it's going on 5 months, and it's been a long time. I don't want you to tell her to leave. I don't mean to tell you to kick her out. I just want to say that I'm having a rough time with it. Let's figure out what to do. Like, can I can leave. I can do, you know, there's so, like, it, from the way that OP writes this, it sounds like he talks to her like he's like being a little bitch about it every day. Like, he's like, oh my god, you're on the couch with your mother. I feel like it's not my house. Oh my god, your mother's in her room. She's cowering. She's hiding. Like, oh my god, you're talking to your mother and not me? Like, it sounds like he's being like very persistent about this. And it's like, all of this can like maybe not be solved, but like we can take care of this in like a conversation. We can set rules, we can set some boundaries, or we could like set up a different situation, you know. Like, let's like, you know, there's a lot of ways to go about it instead of just like being like, your mother, you know. He's being moody, right? Does it really sound, I mean, like, I assume it's a rented apartment. Maybe not. Well, it has to, well, actually, that's not true. That's not true. I mean, she could have the house. She could own the house. Nope, apartment. I live with my 35 in a two bedroom apartment. He should leave if he exactly. That's what I'm saying too. Like, he can leave. He can leave. She does pay most she does pay most expenses, and like she's taking care of most of the things, but I mean, like, other people can use sometimes people can use that as like a power move. They'd be like, well, I pay more than you, so I should have more say in this. And it's like, that's not always how it should work, but it sounds like she really is picking up a lot of stuff, like in terms of all the household chores. Like, she works too, they both work, but the only difference is that she works from home, and so she's like, I do all the chores too. Wow. Okay, girly. Yeah. This is, let's read some comments. Have you had your mother's case reviewed by an attorney that specializes in social security disability cases? Because there is a very real possibility that she qualifies as disabled and may be eligible for back pay. DM me for reference. I was raised by a single mom who made significant sacrifices for my success. I wouldn't kick my disabled mother out for a boyfriend that has anger management issues and doesn't even pay 50%. I would reevaluate that relationship, and I'd reevaluate him as a partner. I agree you need more space. I just think that I think it's him that needs to leave. Yes. She had her own disability reviewed before she wound up coming here. It's a little convoluted, but because she's so close to getting her full social security, she potentially could get disability benefits, but it would mean her social security benefits are severely compromised. Like, she wouldn't qualify for the COLA, the COLAs. And she only get like half, I believe it's a percentage, but basically half of the benefits she would get if she just waits until she's 6 to 10 months. I don't think this is the partner you want. Real. My dad was dying of pancreatic cancer and has some hospice. My mother, who was stage 4 breast cancer at the time, and I took care of my father, and a nurse would come in regularly. Toward the end, when my dad lost control of his organs, my husband wouldn't let my mother or I change him. My husband changed my father's diaper because he said my dad deserved dignity in his final days, and having his wife or daughter change him wasn't dignified enough. Aw, that's the partner you want. Interesting. Okay. I was married before my ex-husband's dad died pretty suddenly. I saw firsthand what the loss of a parent feels like and the guilt that you might have been able to do more for them, right? I just honestly can't imagine putting the boyfriend over the needs of my mother. Girly, good for you. Then you know what to do. Then you know what to do. Aww. He's not helpful around the house, doesn't pay for more than you and your mom could realistically cover if he left, maybe a couple $100. And your mother seems to be looking for work and not overbearing. Who is taking advantage of your kindness? Not your mother. So keep being a good person and daughter. Maybe rethink the character of your partner. Yeah, the chores is really big for me because I'm like, wait. And also, why is she directing him? Can he not clean the house by himself? What is that? What is that about? What is that about? Yeah, he needs, yes, I agree with the comment that was like, if anyone needs to get out, like, it's him. Like, he needs to, if he's gonna take time to, like, be a big baby about, like, blah, 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 then he should leave. He should find his own place for a little bit. I feel like this is missing some crucial information. I mean, all Reddit stories are, right? Like, I think that we can only deal with the information that we are given. I don't think it's like, because like, if we wanted to, we could ask endless questions. Like, because my question just now was what's the deal with the household chore? Can he not clean his own room properly, or does she need to be in control? Is that why? Like, I could ask that question, but OP's not gonna tell me, so I just gotta deal with what I got. I think, like, yeah, I think all Reddit stories suffer from unreliable narrator and, like, missing crucial details, like, unfortunately. But as humans, that's how it works, right? Is a hot boy toy? It was not mentioned. The creator says he also can only use one hand in a form of baker. No way. I 44 female have and issue with my husband 50 male and our neighbor 18 female. When there's a typo in the title, you know it's gonna be a really good one to read. I posted this on another sub earlier. It got nasty and rude, and then my post was removed. I need help on where to go from here. Oh no, this is gonna be a good one. Specifically, do I shame this girl publicly? This is a lot, but I feel crazy. Half a year ago, my husband, 50 male, and I, 44 female, moved to the US from the UK. From the UK! My husband has money. I have a lot less. We have 2 children. 7 male, 4 female. So we moved across the street from a single father and he's 3 kids. And he's 3 kids. The father is very rich and is in finance. There is Tara, 18 female and 13-year-olds. They were very friendly to us, especially Tara, which was quite relieving. They are also from the same background as my husband. My husband is half Pakistani, while they are fully, and it made my husband very happy to be around them. My husband quickly became best friends with the father. Tara likes cooking, and we were invited over to dinner quite often, especially when it was just the kids. Okay. Tara is also very, very pretty. She likes walking around in next to nothing. She goes for workouts and will stop by our house in her tiny, literally 2-inch shorts and sports bras. She is very put together, and I will admit I have struggled with that since my kids were born. This wasn't an issue at first, despite my husband now thinking I am violently jealous of her. She is very put together, and I will admit I struggle with that since my kids. OP is saying she's not put together. 3 months ago, her boyfriend broke up with her. She started calling just my husband over for dinner and not when it was all 3 kids. Her siblings were always away. She would call when we were on date nights, telling my husband she's drunk at some party and doesn't want to tell her father, etc. I told my husband repeatedly to just call her dad and let him know. He said that Tara needed him and she thinks he's like an uncle. More and more, my husband wouldn't go to bed with me. He was colder with me. Always across the street with Tara. This sounds like very illegal. Okay. So I texted her trying to be friendly and said if she needed some support, she could always come to me too and not just my husband. She never responded. Yesterday evening, she came to my house in a shirt that literally, I kid you not, said, "Your dad is safe with me." Whining my husband's name as if she was his child. He rushed down the stairs and hugged her, and she very loudly said that she felt scared at home because her entire family was out. She is 18. Came back well past 2 a.m. So I texted her once he was asleep. "Hi Tara, I understand that you guys have gotten close, but for a lot of these issues, you should really call your father or another relative. My husband needs to be around for our children, and lately you have been infringing on our time together. I'd appreciate if you limit these instances to once a week." Very corporate and diplomatic, I thought. Apparently not. My husband woke me up this morning shouting at me. Tara had called him sobbing, saying that she felt like I hated her, that I despise her, and basically called her a slut. I showed him the message I had sent her. He still raged. He has been over across the street at her house, apologizing profusely to her, he claims, all day. Apologizing profusely? All day? Are you sure? I do not want to think the first thought that came to my mind about them. Most recent part, and then he came home. Our kids were already asleep, and he starts talking about how much it upsets him that our kids don't look like him. Huh? I asked if he was trying to say I cheated. He said no, it just makes him sad that they don't look like him. Now I really, really want to shame this girl. Okay, whoa. She knew we are married, and I know they are having an affair. I just want to go to her house tomorrow and let her have it in front of everyone. Oh no! Hello? Oh my god, I hate... Oh my god, when people blame... Oh my god. This girl is 18! 18! Okay. Whoa. Oh my god. Yeah, I love how she's like, "Oh my god, and my husband got so mad at me because of this damn girl." Like, this girl isn't the problem. This girl, I mean, well, she is part of the problem, but like the real problem is not the girl. It's your husband. Like, what the hell? That's crazy. This is so scary. Like, what? Oh my god, takes 2 to cheat. Real. Oh my god. Why do people blame the homewrecker? I agree. The homewrecker, of course the homewrecker has a part in it, but the cheater, like, come on. What? The husband getting angry at the diplomatic test is pretty bad. That's real. Yeah, oh my god. Where's the anger toward your husband, lady? I need the original post. All the nasty messages were telling her that she has a husband problem and delete. Yeah. Left a comment already, but this is maddeningly ridiculous. Like, are you a doormat or something? Stop trying to beef with that teenager and tell your husband to stop his unacceptable behavior. That is not his child, and there are no valid reasons for him to be leaving the house to comfort her until 2 a.m. just because she was a bit upset. He screamed at you, and you're letting him get away with this? He's in the wrong. Either leave him or let him know that you find his behavior with the teen girl weird and creepy, and that the relationship with you won't continue if he continues to stay in contact with her. Like, stand up and let the girl's father know what your husband is doing for shit. Right. Girl's father's gone all the time. She has daddy issues. I'm betting if he knew about what was going on, he wouldn't be so keen on being friends with the husband. Woo! Do not talk to her. Do not shame her. Real. Contact a lawyer ASAP to understand you have a husband problem. 2 a.m. Oh my god. That's crazy. That's crazy. My kids don't look like me. Yeah, it's like, where did that come from? Excuse me? I love how she emphasized she's 18. Yeah, she knows. Right? She's like, oh, she's 18. She's 18. Yeah, she's 18. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's crazy. Ooh, this is... Yeah, it's a husband problem. I love how there's no questions. There's no question. Questions? There's no comments from OP. And everyone's saying the same thing. Crazy. Ooh. Isn't it written he's from Pakistan but coming from the UK? He's half Pakistani and the family next door is full Pakistani. Ooh, this is I don't know. I know, yeah, the denial. Cultural difference? I don't know. I mean, like, even if I can understand, like, cultures with very strong sense of community. Like, with big families and big communities, like, yeah, okay, but, like, this is very clearly suspicious. Like, I don't know, like, either way, like, that's not your kid. Like, I don't think in any, I don't know, I can't imagine in any culture, in any circumstance, like, it sounds like her father, I don't know, it sounds like her father, like, something's wrong there too, because, like, why is he out until 2 in the morning, and she's scared to be home alone? Like, she's, again, like the OP said, I mean, she's 18. She's 18, like, I don't know. I mean, like, maybe, obviously, like, I don't want to be ignorant to other cultures, but, like, this doesn't feel like a cultural thing. I don't know. Chamber imposed an M on the asshole. Oh my god. Fortunately, she's moved to the US from the UK and started a whole new life. I think that's probably why she's trying to find a solution she wants that doesn't put her in a more situation. That makes sense. I can see that. I mean, like, divorcing and, like, if her husband is her, like, is the breadwinner, that could also end up being messy. But she should, if anything, girly should also, like, talk to a lawyer, maybe. I don't know. OP has comments, most of them are just massively downvoted. I see. I see. So she's not getting the message. Uh-oh, that's so messy. My male 55, wife 65. Y'all, the 50-year-olds, the demographic, the 50-year-olds on Reddit, I'm living for this. My 55 male, wife 65 female has asked me to stop doing things that she does not need me to do for her, but these are things I do because I love her and want to demonstrate that. How would you interpret this? Uh-oh. My wife and I have been married for 26 years. We have had ups and downs, to be sure, and perhaps more than our share of tough breaks. But at the end of the day, she is a woman for me. I have been absolutely faithful to her, and as far as I know, she to me. We have always been affectionate, holding hands when we walk outside, and sometimes in the car while we drive. The point I am trying to make is that we are generally demonstrative of our mutual affection. That said, we have had a difficult time with sexual intimacy lately, which could be at least partially ascribed to both of us taking SSRIs. Someone tell me what this is. her reaching menopause and me taking beta blockers. Whoa, okay. That means either blunted raw desire and function both. We are working on that. Okay, that is some background. I have a tendency, more so than she I suppose, to do little things like get her a card, write her a poem, buy flowers, little gifts. I also love to cook for her, and when I do, I like to do silly little things like garnish her spaghetti with fresh basil or do a fancy plating. I want her to know that she is special and loved. Acts of service, okay. She has recently asked me to please stop doing all these things. She says it makes her uncomfortable. For me, I feel rejected. Part of me wants to talk about it, and part of me is terrified that she's tired of me. I have devoted my life to her/us. This is a big deal. I have no desire to stray outside the marriage. I don't want anyone else, and I'm not a troll who couldn't meet women if I wanted to. Oh my god. But rather, I don't want to, not interested. Does anyone have insight into what she might be feeling and communicating with besides the obvious? No longer in love, bored, etc. I am crushed, honestly, but I don't want to mope around like a teenage boy. My wife is on Reddit as well. I don't like to hide anything from her, so I decided not to do a throwaway account. So if you're reading this, my love, please help me to understand why my little acts have begun to give you discomfort. I don't want to discomfort you, but I also want to be me, if that makes sense. Oh my god, it's like a subtweet. It's a subtweet, but like you're following each other. Oh, antidepressant. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. What? Oh, my love. Oh, you guys. I'm soft. Okay, wait. Oh. I also would like to know the answer. I don't know what you should do, mans. I don't know what you should do, but I also just want to know the answer. Why? I would love it. Oh, these and the acts of service are so cute. I'm not a gifts girly. Like, some of these things, like, I might also feel a little bit uncomfortable with, but it just shows that he cares. That's so cute. Like, oh. Why aren't you just asking her real? that's real. Aww. What the hecky? So if you're reading this, my love, have you tried, asking her this in real life? Real. My husband used to do this. He would do anything and everything but what I asked him to do under the guise of doing it out of love. Oh. Okay, well. Okay, perspective. I'm a big Desperate Housewives fan, and this was an issue. Desperate Housewives. I've never seen Desperate Housewives. This was an issue one of the couples had. The husband was constantly going out on a limb to do things for his wife, but it was never the thing she actually asked of him. It finally came to a head when they began their separation, and he began seeing another woman. For X reason, he brought over pizza. For X reason, he brought over pizza for his soon-to-be ex and their kids. When he opened the box, her smile faltered and said, "My new girlfriend would just appreciate that I brought the pizza. She doesn't hold on to anger." And the wife responded with, "Has it occurred to you that I'm angry because even after 20 years of marriage, you still don't know what pizza I like?" Ooh! And he realized how empty all his gestures had been up to that point. Oh, interesting. He did things because he thought she would like them. He didn't actually listen to things she liked / needed / wanted from him, and she constantly felt ashamed for not being grateful for what everyone else on the outside looking in saw as a considerate husband. Ooh, I love that. I love that drama. Interesting. Literally in our workplace training, we're taught to not reject compliments and appreciation. Like, you wouldn't reject a gift. Right. You're doing those things for you because it makes you feel good. Oh, interesting. Okay. This is an interesting perspective. Makes you feel like you are expressing your affection in a way that makes you feel happy. When she doesn't like that, want that, or respond how you want, you feel rejected. Your love, your intent. I'm not saying you are wrong, nor am I suggesting you aren't genuinely expressing love, feeling love. I'm a person who expresses affection in a similar way. I just handle it differently. I'll warm up your car, clear the snow before you go to work, pick up your favorite candy while I run errands, make your coffee in the morning, pack you a lunch. I was a night shifter who was chronically slow moving, and it often made him late. He was shit with time management and never got up during the day. When my partner says, "Hey, don't buy the treats anymore," weight loss, or "Don't clear the car anymore," I've been using it as my kind of get into work mode. I'm more in a juice mode lately. No thank you. I'd rather pop in at a McDonald's on the way and grab a few burgers for lunch. I don't internalize it and make it about me. It's not a rejection of me or my love or my intent. They don't want me doing those things for whatever reason. Your wife says she just doesn't want those type too much. It feels over the top. It makes her uncomfortable. That might just be it. Dial it back a bit. Give her some air and space and let her do some of it herself. Interesting. Okay, yes. I fully agree. Obviously, you're not gonna know. Obviously, as readers of this story, we are not going to know the real answer or why she said that stuff. But I do think that that's a really good perspective. Like, I suppose I'm the same way. Like, I don't need flowers. I don't want you to get me flowers. I don't like flowers. I don't know. Like, I'm not like Iku likes flowers. Like, I'd get Iku flowers because I know that she likes flowers. But if someone were to bring me a bunch of flowers like all the time, I'd be like, do you not know that I just don't like flowers? Like, I don't care. It's going to be more of a, if anything, it's going to be more of a pain for me because I'm gonna have to throw them out eventually when they like die. Like, I don't like flowers. I don't feel love in flowers. I don't even want like expensive things because like I think to myself like I would rather save that money from, I don't know, something that we could do together, or like, I don't know, like something else. So I don't know, that I think that is a very good point. Expressing love in ways that your SO wants to feel, right? Nuggy case. Yeah, give me something edible. Uebagi, thank you for the rose. Thank you for the super sticker. I don't like flowers. I don't like flowers. Thank you for this flower. Prosciutto roses. Yes, yeah. Try nuggies and the flowers. Definitely. Just give me a box of nuggies, guys. Like, hey. Like, I'm so... Like, there's a lot of things that... Yes, I agree. I definitely agree with this comment because everyone is different. Like, there are people that... Like, I am very... Like, in this comment specifically, like, those are all stuff... Those are all things that would make me happy. Like, I don't drink coffee, but like, oh, like, I mean, you need tea? Asking, do you need tea? And I say, oh, yes, please, thank you. And then you make me tea. Like, that's nice. But like, hey, I'm on my way home from work and I brought McDonald's. I'd be like, hell yeah. I stopped by and got my $1 10-piece chicken McNugget that you can get weekly from the McDonald's app in the United States of America. Hell yeah. Or like, hey, like I bought a bottle of wine today. Like, how about we watch a movie and open the bottle of wine? Hell yeah. You know, like, I don't, yeah. Like, how about I make dinner today? Hell yeah. Roses and McDonald's fries. Yeah, both. Why not both, right? Yeah, wine and nuggies. There you go. There you go. Heck yeah. Did you see that YouTube short on how to eat cheap? No, I didn't. Is that the guy who's like, I'm hiding nothing. I'm teaching you how to eat. I'm teaching you how to get the best value at every restaurant. I'm hiding nothing. And then he goes and he orders like something insane. I'd be too embarrassed to order anything that guy orders. But no, I did not see this. I don't think I saw the specific one. But I learned about the $1 10-piece McNugget coupon when I was back in the States for Thanksgiving, so a few months ago, and I was like, what the hell? Me and my dad, we went to get our 10-piece nuggies. We used all the coupons, got everything for really cheap. It was, yeah. It was good. Trying to waive my lawsuit rights for Epic Nuggies. There you go. Reminds me of the anime trope where they bring home cake for coming home late. What? I didn't know that was a what? I've never seen that. What anime is that? The $1 10-piece. I know, it's crazy. You can get it once a week. I feel like I heard that exact McDonald's $1 from a viral YouTube show. Oh my god, really? Probably. It's a good deal. It's a good deal. I think I saw it on Twitter. Like, I saw like an ad for it and I was like, hello? I was like, and I told my dad, I was like, you get $1? I was like, $1 for 10 nuggies? My dad was like, yeah. Get it every week. I'm like, oh, all right. I was late to the party, you know? Ask her, dude, real. Want validation. Yeah, I think these comments might have it pretty spot on as well. It's time to have a talk about love languages, huh? I don't know actually. Did I just make that up? Maybe. That's crazy to make up though. Maybe you can write like a scene with that. Oh my god, this is crazy. I, 26 male, went through my girlfriend's 24 female phone and saw that she told her friends I had a small dick at the start of our relationship. How do I move forward? Ah! That's crazy. I want to check to see if the wife responds. Oh yeah, it's check back tomorrow. This was how many hours? 2 hours, yeah. Oh my god. It's Drover. Oh my god. Oh my god, you took so great. Oh my god. Yeah, this is crazy. I couldn't write this post. Oh my god. Okay, let's see. Here we go. I, 26 male, went through my girlfriend's... Okay, yeah, how do I move forward? Me, 26 male, and my girlfriend, 24 female, have been in a relationship for just over a year. We had an instant connection when we met and have overall had an amazing relationship. She's supportive in every way imaginable, and we have both helped each other heal from past relationship trauma. She's been an amazing partner. She always reassures me and tells me how happy she is. Our families have met, and we've talked at length about our futures, moving in, getting married, kids, etc. She checks off all the boxes I've wanted in a partner. I, however, have always struggled with being insecure about my body for a number of reasons. My self-esteem has been a major struggle for me for years that I've been in and out of therapy to address, and unfortunately, it got the better of me. We rarely checked through each other's phones, but I was drunk one night. I decided to look through hers, and honestly, there was nothing out of the ordinary, if not just further proof of her saying how much she loves me and how great of a relationship we have. I scrolled too far, and found messages from 3 years before we were even together. Oh my god. Back when she was in college, actually. I saw her talking about past experiences with men to her friends, both good and bad, but the ones that really caught my attention were her telling her friends what they did together, how big the guys were, that they had the perfect dick, etc. Wow, these are conversations I do not have with my friends. For some more context, since those experiences in college, she was actually celibate for about 3 years, which I actually saw proof of because there wasn't any messages like that after, aside from talking about performing blowjobs, okay? No penetration, basically. Alright. On top of that, she was just in the process of changing antidepressants, so our first experience together, she was already feeling a bit numb and a lot of pressure around, of course. What? Regardless, I got curious, of course, to see how she might have talked about me after the first time. Oh my goodness. This is how you know it's written by a person. She might have talked about me after our first time having sex. Oh my god. What I found was a bit shocking. She shared with her friends that although I was on the smaller side, she enjoyed it. Obviously, I know my body. Whoa! There's details! There's details in this, you guys! I'm about 5.5 inches, which I know some will call average, but I know there's a lot of misconceptions around that with porn, etc. Oh my god, TMI, TMI! She enjoyed, bro, yeah, wait! Oh my god. One of her friends actually rebutted that that's normal, and my girlfriend responded true, but she's still an advocate for big dick! All of this again at the very beginning of our relationship. What really stuck with me was how she shared something so personal about me to her friends that I would later meet without knowing they knew all this about me. What keeps going through my head is the messages from college saying so-and-so guy was huge, etc., and it just makes me feel so insecure and small, pun intended. Our whole relationship, we both had a great sex life. She is extremely... Oh, whoa. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, it's intense. It's intense. She's extremely sensitive. Oh my god, the TMI. Oh my god, I'm going to skip this. In fact, she constantly told me how much she loves it, wow. Woo! Good to know, friend. We've had amazing sex. Oh, awesome. Okay, moving on. She talks how, yes, great sex life. Wonderful. Lovely. When I brought up seeing the messages to her, she genuinely felt so bad that I had to see that and apologize profusely. She mentioned how these are things girls share among friends casually, but didn't realize how hurtful it was sharing that type of information in the moment would be. Okay. She also said that because of her bad experience with men in the past, especially with men degrading her, a partner in particular did this to his friends while they were dating. Okay. She had gotten used to talking about men in a very disrespectful and degrading way. For me, what I'm really struggling with is regaining my confidence and getting the thought of her being with or desiring bigger guys out of my head. I know she hasn't shown any desire for wanting that. I can't help but think that now, and I'm worried about getting intimate with her again and having these thoughts come up. I feel so embarrassed, especially with her friends having known this about me. I just feel so insecure and worried that this will impact our relationship and my ability to be present and continue on with all of these insecurities. How do I move forward? Woo! Yeah, I mean, look. I mean, it sounds like you literally wrote a paragraph on how good your sex life is. I think you're okay. I think you're good. I think you're good. I think it's fine. I expected this story to be so much worse. Crying and how good the sex is. There you go. They're fine. Y'all are fine. Yeah, he's insecure. But unfortunately, he kind of did it to himself. Like, 3 years ago, I don't know. He really needs guy friends. What would you all say to your guy friends about this? You're like, hey, I went through my girl's phone and she just saying some of this stuff, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know, like, you don't accidentally go back. Yeah, he was rabbit holing that. Damn. I don't know, like, that's, yeah, unfortunately, it sounds just like a self-esteem issue, because he's very much like, oh, like, I've never been confident in my body, that type of stuff. So, yeah, like, I can understand that he feels, like, sad about it, but, like, he's aware. Clearly, he's aware at how good his sex life is. Like, I think, like, it's okay. I think it's okay, you know? They'd laugh? Okay. Laugh like a good laugh, or like a like what kind of laugh? You died because you're my man. You're getting it. Don't talk to me. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, you guys. Like, yeah, it sounds like he just has some insecurity issues to like work through. But I understand that could be like a blow. That could hurt. That could hurt. But clearly, like, she apologized a lot. She wasn't defensive at all. Like, she was like, I'm sorry. I didn't know that like this would come back to bite me in the ass like this. And I mean, like, honestly, she didn't even say, why the hell were you going through my phone? That'd be my question. Like, I don't know. Like, dude, what? I mean, I'm usually the type that I don't really care. I really don't. Like, I have a friend, I told them my passcode once, just because, like, I really don't have much that I really think, like, I don't know, like, and like, they were close enough friend that I was like, I mean, I don't think I've hidden any like specific information. I don't think that it's not a problem. But I gave them my passcode, and they have a really good memory, especially with numbers, so they just like remember it. And like, it was really funny actually. Well, it wasn't funny, but I let them go through my phone because I don't really care. But we have another friend, and somehow this person like got into their phone too, and like, she was like, oh my god, what the hell? She's like, no, don't do that. And yeah, it was and it's just like, yeah, I mean, people obviously, most people I don't think are very comfortable with others just like going through their phone. But I kind of don't care. But I know that I'm in the minority for that. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I don't know. If the texts were recent, yes, yeah. It's ages ago, and clearly, like, you're in a very happy relationship. And he even talks about how he saw texts recently that are like, oh, we have such a good relationship, it's awesome, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. Like when 5'9" men say they're short. Unfortunate. Yeah. Yeah, I really don't care that much. I don't think I kind of like I think that I like spill tea to people. I think that I spill tea to people, and like sometimes like I do have things that I would perhaps rather not be seen, but like there's nothing. I honestly don't really care. I honestly don't care. Like if there's something that I would like rather not see, there's probably some sort of explanation that I can give. Like it's not like I don't have anyone's like and now you guys know what kind of content I have on my phone. It's like very like I don't save like weird shit on my phone. I really don't. Like if a friend is close enough, I wouldn't care who goes to my phone. But as a like common sense, like manners, normal people manners sort of thing, don't go through people's phones. Life is more fun as an open book. Yeah. Yeah, as a manners thing, most people are uncomfortable. Honestly, a lot of people, even if they don't have weird things on their phone, like it still makes them uncomfortable for others to go through their stuff, which is understandable, I think. My philosophy is that if you're ashamed of what's on your phone or computer, maybe you should change what you're ashamed of or learn to stick your chest out proud. That's pretty strong. I think that's a strong mentality. I don't think that's the majority, though. Someone finds a private Twitter book on my phone. See, if someone... This is more about them than me. Don't save it. I mean, no, I don't. Because, like, what the hell am I gonna save it and do what, y'all? Like... Your worst, yeah. I don't think I care that much. I'm trying to think what the weirdest stuff on my phone is. If I have anything. I mean, text messages definitely, but if you really wanted to scroll back like a bunch of years and like find dirt, like sure, maybe you could. I don't know. But at that point, like I look at myself 4 years ago on my YouTube debut and I think to myself, I don't know her. Like, I don't know who that is. Like, that's a different person, you know? And that's how I would probably feel about my... That's how I feel about my text messages too. Like, I don't know. I got images from other people that I shouldn't open. Oh, yeah, I guess sometimes, like, some things that'll be on my Twitter are a little bit, like not safe for work. Like, my anime girls, I don't know. But, I mean, I think it's, honestly, even if someone, like, I wouldn't be giving my phone to go through, like, I wouldn't be giving my phone to someone, I wouldn't let someone go through my phone who was not accepting of, like, anime titties, you know? Yeah, I don't know. My 500 Mimi photo is real. That's definitely true. I bet Ollie looks at cat pictures. Oh my god, not the cat pictures. I do have some of those. Not saved on my phone though. I mean, besides Mimi, I don't have any other cats saved on my phone, but I do have them like in my likes. You can look at my TikTok likes. Oh, I will let anyone see my I'll let chat see my TikTok collections because I love showing them off, you know? Okay. I, 25 female, can't anymore. She can't, you guys. I left my husband 30 male and he begs me back now. How you know it's written by a human. Long story short, we have been together since 2014. Husband has always been blunt. He doesn't like sugarcoat thing and make negative remarks about almost every day about everything. Wow. I literally have to beg for compliments and for gratitude. If I took time to get pretty at home for no reason, cooked his favorite dish, or else I have to ask for thankful comments. Now, after a huge argument, I decided to leave. He told me he regrets refusing to go to therapy with me and refusing to see what was wrong. Well, that he sees how he lost me, that he didn't put any efforts and regret it badly, that I am the love of his life and can't see a future without me, and that he doesn't understand how I can take such radical decision. I guess it's too late. I never been to therapy and I started it 3 years ago. Huh? She's never been to therapy, but she also started it 3 years ago. That's when I realized how abusive our dynamic was, but my therapist advised I work on myself and try to make things better, at least on my own, to not get triggered by his attitude, because that's how he has always been and I can't change people. I shared my feelings of how it made me feel. I tried my best not to use you in arguments. I tried to make it better and not get too sensitive and see the negative thoughts pattern I would have if hurt. It worked a lot, but it also made me realize how often that happened without me understanding how bad the situation was. I have no idea what she's talking about right now. Now, since I stand for myself and allow a question on the same tone or find why he would be hurtful, etc., husband is saying I'm picking fights for nothing and I am too sensitive now, not like before. Every argument blows into crazy heated discussions. He usually ignored me after because he has nothing to say more, and that could go on for days. Before, I used to get sad and would ask him to forgive me and end the argument. However, not anymore. Divorce and incompatibility have been mentioned many times. However, he says we can't throw awa almost 10 years of relationship, and it often, capital E, ends by him saying I pushed his buttons and I am too sensitive and overreacting about everything, that I am in cycles, mood shifts, I am too sensitive, and that is the one that got to walk on eggshells, because depending on my day, the same word can be taken differently by me, and it's an issue for him not to know when to say what. He always says, the door is right there and wide open. I don't make you happy. Everything is fine 90% of the time, but those 10% are awful. You gotta work on that. He also says I wasted his time by changing and getting oversensitive, a trait he would never accept in someone because his nature is to be teasing, and that's how he is and doesn't want to change. We had 2 wonderful weeks where I even wondered why I would consider leaving my husband. Then a huge fight happened, and this one was enough. His words, the contents, the same. Okay, sorry, I can't read this. What does this mean? What? I can't. Okay. Where's the same? I couldn't, so I just decided to listen and prepare for me leaving him. We didn't talk for 1 week, even living and working from home together. And then I rented a hotel and told him completely, why are you doing that? You can stay here. I don't want to push you out of our home. It's a waste of money. We are going to make it work. Don't give up on us. But I was already out of all of this. I said to him I want a divorce and never see him again, and that this is not the life I want. Sadly, my family loves him and they don't understand my choice, and I feel like the bad person for breaking up, but I also feel free, kind of released from a great pressure. I don't know, I feel better. I am ready to welcome what's waiting for me, and actually it's weird because I am feeling more in my feminine energy IDK. Well, I'm legit convincing myself I do the right choice by choosing me. However, I am very confused, and now he begs me back like never before. Is that normal to feel guilty? How to navigate these feelings? Whoa! Yeah, I'm not sure what she's trying to say, unfortunately. I think that, yes, this was hard to read. This is hard to read, and unfortunately, I don't know what's happening in this situation. But we can't hate on this person too much because clearly English is not their first language. I remember seeing a post a few weeks ago that used ChatGPT, that got accused of being ChatGPT, but they said, like, yes, I did use ChatGPT because I'm not native English and I needed ChatGPT to, like, fix what I was writing. This person I would maybe recommend this person use ChatGPT. Interesting. I was kind of focusing on reading this accurately and not focusing on what the problem actually is. But yeah, it does feel very introspective. I don't know. It just sounds like this person was dealing with too much like emotional stress in her relationship, and finally decided to break it off. And the moment that she decides to break it off, like, her husband's like, wait, I'm sorry, you were right, we should have gone to therapy. But like, just I think it's over. Like, the fact that she's saying I feel free, like, I feel better about it, like, I think it's time, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Divorce and incompatibility were mentioned several times. Like, I don't know. I think it's... Yeah, it sounds bad. I don't know why he wants to get back together. It sounds like they don't get along at all. I mean, people are like that, right? People are like that because they want familiarity, and like the second you don't know what you have until it's gone, right? This person might be like, oh shoot, I don't want to start dating again. Like, this isn't like, no, like, no. I feel like even if you know a relationship is like bad, sometimes you just really can't get out of it because it's like, maybe it's all you've ever known, or like it's scary. It's scarier to break things off and be set off into the unknown again. He's probably just freaking out. He's probably just having a crisis. But from the little information that I got from this, it sounds like they're better off not together anyway. Because a breakup feels good. That's a pretty good indicator. Agreed. Yeah, I assume that just by the fact that she's saying like, I feel way better, it's like, then girly, I think you made the right choice. Maybe he's just trying to woohoo one last time. That could be, I mean, that could be real too. I don't know. When you're scared, you could, yeah, they were just scared, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Ooh, boyfriend, 29, male behavior in restaurants leaves me, 27, female, embarrassed. How can I avoid such scenarios? Whenever me and my boyfriend go to a restaurant, he would often order something that he visions in a certain way in his head, which is different from the way how it's actually supposed to be. And when his food arrives, he starts complaining that it's not what he had in mind. Mind you, this occurs 8 out of 10 times. Oh, Jesus Christ. For instance, yesterday he ordered an espresso macchiato. A couple minutes later, the waiter brings him exactly that. After which he freaked out, whining about not being able to get a decent coffee, why he always have to suffer from getting this little shitty-ass cup of coffee. What? I used to work as a barista, so I know my way around coffee, and I explained that he got a perfectly prepared espresso macchiato. Apparently, he automatically assumed that he'd get a large cup of black coffee with milk just because of the word macchiato. Then this morning, whilst we were getting brunch, I recommended him the toasted sandwiches, pointing at the list of ingredients, reading the name of it out loud simultaneously. He liked the sound of veggie cheese, so he agreed to do that. The waiter brings his veggie toast. He whips the sandwich open, frantically searching for the eggs. I asked him what eggs. He tells me understood eggs and cheese instead of veggie cheese, and didn't bother to look at the menu as he trusted me. This was probably the 5th time in a row that the same incident occurs, and I'm getting frustrated with him refusing to learn at least a few basic types of coffee since he's already consuming it on a regular basis, ending up causing a scene. Literally not one of my friends have ever done something remotely similar to this. How am I supposed to handle this behavior? What? What do you mean? Whoa. How do you drink coffee and not know what an espresso is? Real? What do you mean? This is so crazy. Deal breaker. Red flag. Red flag. Sometimes I overhear them at restaurants freak out about their food is prepared. Yeah. I mean, I am the type of person that won't send food back even when it's not. I mean, maybe when, obviously, like, if I was like, oh, I have a nut allergy, something, then, you know, obviously, but ooh, I'm the type of person to never complain, because I'm just like, oh god, oh, I don't want to go through that trouble. I don't want to go through the trouble of like Being like, hey, this isn't what I ordered, blah, 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 whatever. Like, never sent food back, right. Thinking you know better and freaking out, right. Oh my god. That's crazy. Oh no. He's 29? Oh my god. Thought he was a Eurobro until the espresso line. Oh my god. People with them are always embarrassed. Yeah, I cannot deal with these kind of people. Hate to break it to you, but it sounds like he's straight up stupid. Oh my god. Why would he expect black coffee when he ordered espresso? Oh my god. Your losses. There are 3 very different issues. First, not understanding what he's ordering. Second, not being flexible to adjust when what he imagined would happen didn't. Third is incredibly poor behavior towards staff. The best answer: don't go to dinner with him. There was tantrum in the restaurant as if he were an actual toddler. It's not your job to teach him basic manners. He's basically 30 years old. This is breakup worthy, but you aren't there yet. Consider completely and utterly ignoring these pout fests. You're not his mommy, and he's perfectly capable of behaving himself. He's just choosing not to, likely because the extra attention it towards him is something he's addicted to. If he escalates the tantrum, pay your part of the bill and leave him there to poop his diaper all by himself. Oh my god, real. Oh my goodness. The only thing that gets me is eating smoked brisket and someone throws a fit about the smoked rings being pink. Like when someone think like smoked means like burnt, you mean? Our restaurants have security, yeah. What if he's just a Redditor? That's also a possibility. Ooh, wow, crazy. No, they think it's raw. So like, they think brisket is raw? It's supposed to be raw? Or they think because it's pink, it's raw. Yeah, I mean, not gonna lie, I can kind of understand that, but I would never complain. Like, I look at it, because when I see, we have, like, roasts, when we do roasts, for Thanksgiving, like, in my head, like, in your head, as someone who's, like, not educated in food, or, like, you know, I think to myself, I'm like, roast sounds like well done in my mind, but it's like really pink on the inside, right? And I'm like, oh, so this is what a roast is. Like, I'm not gonna be like, no, why is it this color? It's supposed to be black. Like, in my, like, no. Like, I would never do that. I just be like, oh, I was ignorant. Like, okay. Surprisingly, like, well, no, I'm not. I was gonna say I'm almost done with my Dusty Fox. That's a lie. I was not almost done. But when I'll wrap up when I'm done with it. Any bad behavior? Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Bad table. Well, not table manners, but like, yeah, behavior at restaurants is so telling. Public behavior in general, I am definitely a stickler about, because I hate standing out. Like, I was with someone, this is so small, this isn't even like, but it's just a personal thing for me. Like, I was with this person who, like, we were in a park one time, I think, and like, I think it was like a street performer. Yeah, it was like a street performer was there, and the person I was with just kept like talking, like not like being very loud and like trying to like participate, you know, like trying to like stand out. And I'm like, just be like, shut up. I was like, shut up and watch. Holy no. Like, I do not want to be drawn. Like, the attention should be on the street performer. Like, you don't have to be that loud, you know, like, stop. Like, that was so, I could not deal with that. Like, that's a very big, like, ick for me, just because, like, personally, like, I hate to, like, stand out in a crowd like that. And it wasn't even like they weren't being meaning. They weren't being mean. They were just kind of like being, I would say they were trying to be supportive in a way, but in my, like, it made, like, as a result, it made, like, people, like, look in our direction. I was like, stop. Yeah, it was When random starts singing when a street performer plays an instrument. Yeah. Yeah. At least be good. At least ask. You gotta ask first. But yeah, wanting to be the center of attention, especially when the focus is not on you, I'm like, that's an ick. That's my biggest, like, please stop. Do not. Woo, no. Okay, I said I was gonna stop when I finished my drink, but I realized I have like a side ache. That's annoying. Did I eat my food? What happened? What's wrong? I might have a tummy port. Okay, I guess I'll just read one more then. What the hell? So sudden. Maybe I used stomach muscles. It's like when they say you shouldn't swim after eating, right after eating, because like you get like a side ache. Like one of those. What the hell? That's weird. I haven't had one of these in a while. Anyway. I'd blame parenting. Yeah, that would make sense, honestly. Laughing and cringing. Yeah, I think so. I used many of those muscles. Side ache. Your liver. It is my right side, I guess, but it's more like the side. It's like a real side ache. It's like, you know those, yeah, it's like one of the side aches you get when you swim after eating. Okay. Let's see. Uh-oh. My boyfriend, 19 male of 9 months, got rough with me, 18 female, physically, and pulled my hair during an argument. How do I feel about it? Yeah, it's not unusual. Yeah, it's a very normal type of pain. I think I just need to lay down. Today my boyfriend, 19 male and I, female, went hiking, and during the hike, as we were making our way back to the car, people get pain from swimming after eating? Yeah, I think so. I think they recommend you, like, not swim right after you eat. As we were making our way back to the car, I made a joke that he didn't like, which is fair enough. But I love this lack of capitalization. He raised his voice at me as I was laughing because I thought it was harmless, and this really upset me. I've spoken to him many times before about how I don't like for him to raise his voice around me due to how I grew up, and he understood that, so I was kind of hurt and in shock that he did, and I went silent and continued walking in the direction of the car. A few minutes later, he realized his mistake and reached for my hand to hold, but I pulled away. He then insisted and continued to try to grab my hand, not in a playful way, but very forcefully. He got a hold of my hand, and I was still trying to pull away as I was in a bad mood from his yelling, but he wouldn't let me and squeezed my hand very tightly to a point that would obviously cause me pain, as he's a lot stronger than I am. He let go when I was shouting, "Ow," and I continued to walk back to the car in silence ahead of him. Children. Oh my goodness. Physical altercation while hiking. Yeah, right? When we got into the car, I told him he had no right to use that force on me, and if I don't feel like holding his hand while we aren't on good terms, then I shouldn't be forced to. He then apologized and said it won't happen again. Towards the end of the car ride, we were back to speaking again. However, before he dropped me off while we were parked in front of my house, he sort of got in a bad mood. So I didn't want to deal with it again, and I said bye and opened the car door, to which he said, "Are you not going to say I love you? We usually always say it when he drops me home." And I shook my head because obviously I'm still a bit shaken up about before. So I then hop out of the car, to which he grabs my hair and tugs me back, causing me to hit my head on the top of the car door frame. What the hell? He again apologized and said he didn't mean to, so I gave him what he wanted and said, "I love you," and went straight inside. Whoa. I straight away messaged him and told him to never again lay his hands on me that way, especially while we're arguing or not on good terms, because it translates as aggression in those moments. He replied with, "I just wanted to hold your hand and hear you say you love me. I'm sorry." He also said that in the moment he was trying to be playful and he was laughing as he did it, so therefore he didn't mean for it to be aggressive. No. Kindergarten's about real. He was in fact not being playful, and he had a dead serious face both times it happened. I'm not one to be overly dramatic, but I grew up around domestic violence, and I know these things aren't on the same wavelength, but it's made me see him in that negative light, and I don't know how to feel. We already spoke about it, and he apologized over and over, and they sounded sincere, but I can't help but feel weird around him now. I don't know what to do, as it's already been addressed between us, and I'm just so disappointed in him because he has been nothing but gentle to me the past, but we've been on bad terms lately, so that might have sparked what he did today. I'm not sure if I overreacted about the situation, but I have no idea how to feel now. He's never been like this. Don't run, girly. Run, girly. Run. Not settle for this abuse. Goodbye. Leave. Goodbye. Bye. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye. Oh my god. She can fix him, right? Surely. Surely. Oh my god. Get away, run away. Oh my. Yeah. Run, run, run. Right, yeah, people don't suddenly become exactly. Yeah, this is just the beginning, right? Oh my god. Okay, maybe I'll read one more. I say that. I say this. I'll read one more, and then the next one, I mean, let's read one more. No, let's read one more. I want to end on like a good one, you know. My wealthy parents, 70s, disowned me, 40 female, for leaving my marriage, but just invited my ex-husband, 42 male, on a luxury trip with my kids. Whoa, how do I handle this? Huh? Huh? I, 40, was married to my ex-husband for 13 years, and we have 3 kids together, 5, 8, 10. He's a kind man and successful in his career, but we didn't make each other happy, so I decided to separate. 2 years later, I fell in love with my best friend, and another year after that, my ex-husband found love with a colleague. We're both happy, and happy for each other. Okay. My parents, however, have been absolutely horrible throughout this time. They adored my ex-husband, but in my opinion, more for his wealth than his character. My parents are wealthy too, so he was considered part of their class. Uh-oh. My new partner is also successful in his field, but he works at a local bank, which according to them isn't an acceptable career. Aww. When I told my parents I had separated, my mom screamed at me, saying no other man would ever be accepted by my side. She assumed I was cheating, because why else would I leave such a great man? I begged them to just understand how deeply unhappy I had been, nothing more, just to acknowledge that I was struggling. They absolutely refused. The months that followed were horrific. I felt immense pressure to fix my marriage. My mental health deteriorated rapidly. I fell into a deep depression. My anxiety skyrocketed, and if it weren't for my best friend, now my partner, I don't know what I would have done. I eventually spent 6 months in a psychological day clinic where I learned one essential truth: I am allowed to choose happiness. During this time, the worst period of my life, my parents called me a failure. My support system, they said, was rotten, and I was a loser. Huh? All I had wanted was their approval, or at the very least, a sliver of understanding. My brother had gone through an ugly divorce years earlier. My father even had to testify in court, so I understand their fear. But my ex and I had a great relationship. The difference, my brother's new wife is a multi-millionaire, which I suppose makes acceptance easier. I distanced myself from my parents. My mother is narcissistic. Wow. I'm so surprised. And I began to realize how much that had shaped my self-worth. But as a mother myself, I kept hoping they'd just be happy for me. Last year, my father and I had a long conversation in which he admitted he could see how some aspects of my ex-husband's personality might have affected my happiness. I was so relieved that I immediately called my mother that evening. What followed was one of the most vicious conversations of my life. He insulted everything that brought me joy. My friends, all losers. Me, too stupid and incompetent to ever have a career. My partner, a selfish bastard who took advantage of my weakness to worm his way into my heart. She was drunk and it was ugly. Whoa! I defended myself without ever insulting her. I reminded her that I have a master's degree from an Ivy League school, that I was building my own business, but that my priority at the time was my mental health. She dismissed it all, telling me how incredibly successful she was, a narcissistic exaggeration, and that she would never have even considered hiring me because I was such a failure at everything. I pointed out that I was younger than she had been when she started her business, and unlike her, I at least had a degree, meaning I had other job opportunities. More than anything, I regret not recording that call. She has since told everyone that I insulted her, claiming I demeaned her for never having gone to college, that I basically called her stupid. My brother and father were horrified. I tried to explain, but my father ultimately sided with her. Ooh. Eventually, I told my parents that unless they could at least stop insulting me, they would no longer have access to their grandchildren. Since then, contact has been minimal. I reached out on Christmas, New Year's, even my 40th birthday, but my mother is ghosting me and my father remains distant. I'm currently saving up for a house so I can move closer to my partner, which means I don't travel when I have the kids. Instead, we go camping or take day trips. As I mentioned, my parents are extremely wealthy. They regularly travel with my brother and his family on extravagant vacations. And unsurprisingly, I've been cut out of their will. Right now, they're skiing at a 5-star resort, and today I found out from my ex-husband that they invited him for 4 days with our kids, all expenses paid. I have no words. I've been crying all day. All I ever wanted for them to be kind was for them to be kind. I've made it clear they could see their grandkids when they're with me. Instead of addressing the situation, taking things out, or even attempting to be decent humans, they're going behind my back and inviting my ex-husband. Feels like a slap in the face. To me, my ex's new partner. It's as if they're rewarding my ex-husband while making sure I feel excluded. The trip alone costs around $3,000 for those 4 days, money that I could desperately use for, well, anything. My husband is not going. My ex-husband is not going. He agrees that my parents' behavior is incredibly strange, but I don't know how to move forward. Do I reach out to my father, let it go? I'd appreciate any advice or perspectives. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, wait. This is like... Wow. This is like... This whole story is so crazy. What the hell? Huh? Imagine having parents like that. My god. My god. Does she not have primary guardianship over the kids? Looks like they have shared custody? Looks like they have shared custody, but it also doesn't sound like her ex-husband is going to begin with. So, I guess they might not be going. Yeah, the rich people. Ooh. Yeah, they are. Blah, 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 blah. Expensive paid. Answering some questions about my life changes. Whoa. Why did I separate? There's no single reason. It was more like a collection of small things that got harder with every child. He was unreliable, forgetful, uninterested in anything except work, trolling, and never really present in conversations. Over time, it became painfully clear that we were just too different. He never wanted to be home, preferred having a nanny raise the kids, while I'm an introvert who loves spending time with them. The cracks started when our first child was born and I was unable to walk for months due to complications. Our relationship wasn't built for difficult times, and unfortunately many followed. We tried for years, but in the end we only made each other miserable. Me and my partner. We met about a year after I separated. He was still married, but his wife had been cheating on him. We became each other's support system, talking daily. It took another year before we developed feelings for each other. We developed feelings, and another year after that before we officially got together. I never cheated, not physically, not emotionally. 2020-21 separation around New Year's. 2021-22 met my best friend. Again around New Year's. 2023 fell in love. 2024 started a relationship. He has 2 sons who has every other week, so we need a bigger house, which is impossible to find in our current area. So I won't move in with him. We also feel like big changes should happen gradually for the kids. Since 2 of my 3 children have to switch schools anyway, now is the right time to move. We are relocating about 40 minutes away. Why did I go to a day clinic? Because separating from your spouse is brutal, even when both of you want it. The guilt is overwhelming and the pressure to make it work is intense. I've always struggled with anxiety and panic attacks, but I also fell into a deep depression. Please don't call it a loony bin. So many people battle mental health challenges and seeking help shouldn't come with stigma. Who has custody? There we go. Right now we're doing the nesting model where one parent stays in the family home each week. But interesting. But realistically, I have the kids 80% of the time. Once I move, we'll continue shared custody, but they'll primarily live with me. My mental health played 0 role in custody decisions. There was no court battle, no drama. We had a prenup and we both agreed on everything. This is an amicable divorce. The kids are happy and don't feel like much has changed because truthfully their father was never really present before. We've been gradually spending more time at my partner's place. The kids have made friends there and they love their new school. I'm doing everything I can to make this transition smooth. Aww. Wow. Wow. Torture core TikTok books. Oh my god. Yeah, this is like... Ooh, wow. The parents. Power play from the parents. Ooh. Ignore them for your own mental health. Go no contact. And if your children will never have to be around drunk, narcissistic, mental, and emotional abusers, do not beg for crumbs from abusive parents who would let you and your children starve just for spite. Get yourself therapy so you can learn how to cut abusers out of your life, and so your children will see their mom lead by example on how not to take abusers anymore, and so they learn how to stand up for themselves against abusive people. Woo! Amen. Amen. Yeah. Amen. Yeah, so, wow. Her experience with divorce is so interesting. No, I mean, you love to see it, I guess. You love to see, like, amicable, clean divorces, because so many are messy, right? Wow. Yeah, I thought the same thing. I thought it was like, wow, she sounds like she turned out pretty well. Don't know if this is a good one to end on. You just want me to read another one? But it was kind of depressing. Oh. It was kind of depressing. It's hard to give I don't think there's any advice needed for this. Like, it's like, really just cut your parents are cutting you out? Well, ignore them. Yeah, ignore them and, like, don't let them see the kids, you know? Always get a prenup. Oh, this is long. I'm not gonna do. Hold on. I'm gonna find one that looks juicy. Ooh, juicy. Someone's husband messaged me, female 30, asking why my boyfriend, male 29, is messaging his wife. We've been together for over a year and I've never doubted his loyalty to me. Woo! Help! Good way to start. I don't know what to do or think. Context. I, 30 female, have been dating 29... Whoa, this is so long. 29 male for the past year. It has been the most incredible relationship ever. Treats me so well. We both have had really shitty relationships and have been cheated on in the past. He has made me feel so secure and that I can trust him. I've never once felt the need, nor have I ever looked at his phone, vice versa. Okay, good. Here we go. This is a change from the last one. He's shown me I can trust me. He's shown me I can trust me. He's never made me question it. Fast forward to an hour ago, I'm laying in bed and I get a message request. Some guy saying, "Why is your boyfriend messaging my wife trying to get with her?" I immediately show my boyfriend and I'm like, what is this about? Thinking wrong person? His demeanor immediately starts acting weird. So I press him. Ask him, who is this guy? Why would he think this? Who is his wife, etc.? He tells me his wife's an old high school friend and they were messaging happy birthdays over Facebook, but has no clue why her husband is upset. I message the guy asking, can you show me these messages? In the meantime, I go full crazy girl. I demand to see his phone. He gets all defensive, won't let me look through it because it's only only showing me while he's looking through it. What? Oh, I see. Tells me he deleted the messages with that girl because he's always been accused of cheating in past relationships and didn't want me to assume, and I tell him I've never once even accused you of anything ever, nor asked or have looked through your phone, so that's odd you'd assume I would, so you must have said something to the effect that you had to delete it. Whoa, everyone, proofread your sentences. We're screaming, I'm crying at this point because it's not adding up. He then says we were talking about a salt shortage. She asked where she can order some, and he tells her where, and he says I asked what did she get for her birthday or wanted and why, and I go, why would you ask that? Why would you ask any girl that when you're in a relationship with someone and she's married? Why do you care? And he goes off and is like, oh my god, this is crazy. And is like, we're good friends. And I'm like, well, if you're such good friends, why have I never heard of or seen her the whole year we've been together? I start having a panic attack because I'm a girl, duh. Okay, stop. I start having a panic attack because I'm a girl, duh. Huh? The wife of the husband now messages me off her husband's Facebook saying, so sorry if this has caused anything. My husband is drunk and asleep now. I promise nothing happened. We actually got into this on Friday where I had to block your boyfriend and delete the messages, and she goes on about how she's a mom of 2 girls. She doesn't even have the time or views my boyfriend that way, and I'm like not believing either person at this point, obviously. So I ask to see his phone to reassure me nothing is wrong. He's not messaging other people. I get to his Snapchat account, and that's when he immediately snatches it out of my hand and says, I'm done sitting here. You're accusing me of stuff I didn't do. It's a full-blown argument because why are you so defensive and care if I'm looking through your phone if nothing's wrong? The wife then sends me voice notes. The wife then sends me voice notes and her husband and her are talking and they sound drunk and they're like, just tell her nothing was in those messages you read from her boyfriend because it's causing issues now. And her husband slurs fuck off on the voice note. Oh, I haven't responded to the couple and I made my boyfriend sleep in the basement. I'm not trying to be naive. This looks so bad, but this couple is giving me weird vibes. She also said this has happened before with her husband accusing her. Could it just be her husband is one of those guys that's just crazy and blames guys cheating? Did his wife message my boyfriend and maybe it crossed the lines with the two? Since she states they have been arguing for 3 days over it. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I moved in with this guy. I rented my house out. I have nowhere to go. I've been with cheaters. You always see the signs leading up to it. I've noticed nothing. His behavior when I accused him of it and asked to look at his phone is what's worrying me the most. The couple is giving me very weird drunk drama relationship vibes, but like, why is my boyfriend so defensive? He claims it's because his past relationship he had constantly defend because she was cheating on him, but would accuse him of it, etc. I do know his ex. She is like that with her current boyfriend, so I don't know. This all looks so bad. I'm freaking out. We were going to get married. We have plans to build a whole new pole barn together. A pole barn. I have never ever been more confident in anyone in my life before. Am I being stupid? I'm a girly. I'm just having a panic attack because, you know, I'm a girl. Okay, what? What's a pole barn? I have no idea. I don't know. I mean, like, like, I have as many questions as this girl. Like, I have as much questions as her. Like, yeah, the boyfriend getting defensive is really weird, but like, if the vibes, I was talking to my cousin the other day and like, she was like, you really, we need to trust our guts, you know? And like, if this girl goes with her gut, like, she thinks she's getting a weird vibe from this couple, right? So like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. The boyfriend is sus, obviously, but the couple I think also could possibly be sus. Like, everyone is kind of sus in this situation. Yeah, the excuses are weird. It's like, what do you mean salt? Salt? What do you mean? You didn't deleted messages? Okay. Okay, dude. Like, yeah. Yeah, oh my god, I'm gonna have a panic attack, you guys, just because, you know, I'm a girl. What? I did not like that sentence. Salt shortage is legit. Yeah, but he's like, oh, you know that salt shortage, you know, she was just, you know, asking where to get some salt, and I told her, but then I deleted the messages because, you know, I thought they'd be, like, I thought you'd think I was cheating. Because I told someone what kind of salt to buy. Oh my god. Crazy. This one's weird. I feel like, okay, fine. The scenario about the crazy jealous husband is possible, but definitely not probable. Your boyfriend's reaction, getting angry, defensive, and refusing to let you look through his phone is highly troubling, though. Also, the fact he was deleting messages is sus. If you delete messages you know are doing something, you are doing something your partner wouldn't like. Yeah, real. I'm sorry, OP, but it doesn't look good for your relationship. Your boyfriend could have easily fixed this by showing you his phone and had nothing to hide, and the messages with the wife were purely platonic, but he obviously couldn't. He is displaying textbook cheater behavior. Yes. True. Even if the husband is super jealous and blowing it up, boyfriend didn't respond like someone who is truly innocent. Yeah, definitely. Everyone's sus here. He protests too much. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah, the defensiveness is really crazy. Even if he's not cheating. Even if he's not cheating with a specific person, like, that is a little bit too sus. Yeah, everyone sucks here. Everyone's the asshole. Okay. To end the stream, you guys, I'm gonna tell you a story that I heard today from, did everyone read, did anyone listen to last Saturday's Smosh Reads Reddit stories? Because the one I heard was crazy. So the story that I heard from Smosh Reads Reddit stories today as I was cooking was about, actually no, I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna find it, and then I'll read it to you because it's a crazy story. I want to share it with you guys. Oh my god, it's a 3-part story. It's a 3-part more story. Okay, I just want to read this one. I just want to read this one to everyone. Research topic. Here we go, you guys. Did he cheat? Or did I catch an STD from a koala? Part 1. This is a crazy story. Okay, you guys. Okay. What? Okay, my female 27, husband, male 28, and I have been together for 5 years after being friends for most of my teenage years. We have 2 sons, and this takes place in March of 2020 when I was 3 months pregnant with my second child. I had gone to my 13-week scan to follow up after the ultrasound alerted something wasn't right. I fully expected the worst, but my GP said they could see something on the scans with my fallopian tubes. Nothing was wrong with baby and wanted to get bloods and swabs done. When the results came back, my GP called me to come in urgently. That's when she showed me that my test had returned positive for chlamydia. I was shocked, and my GP knew I had been with my husband for years. He was my doctor all the way back when my first son was born. He knew all of our history. He straight up asked me if our relationship was monogamous, and I of course said yes. He gave me the rundown of treatments and scripts, telling me that my husband would need to come to be tested as well to confirm before he too would likely need. All with a look of pity. She was thinking it, I was thinking it. My partner had cheated on me and given me an STD. I'm furious and heartbroken, but I go home and take a long shower scrubbing myself clean. Then I sit down in our home, our family photo hung on the wall mocking me, and call him. He is at work and I'm crying on the phone explaining that I've just been to the doctors and gotten results that I'm positive for chlamydia and how could he do this, you bastard, all the works. I hang up and he is calling me over and over, but I'm trying to calm down as I have to collect our son from daycare and still be put together as a mother somehow. I ignore his calls and go about my day utterly crushed. I'm giving our son dinner when he comes home. He comes into the house, sets his stuff down loudly, and throws his keys at the wall. He sees that I've got our son, so he just walks into the bedroom and slams the door, and I hear the shower run. I'm confused and even more hurt because I don't know what I was expecting, but this wasn't it. I finish feeding our son and bed routine and then settle him to sleep. It's about 8 p.m. by now and I'm exhausted, but I go into the room to talk to my husband. He is sitting on the bed, holding his head in his hands, crying. I walk over to him and say that I don't know how you could do this to me and our family, but you've given me an STD and you also need to get tested and take this medication. He looks at me, eyes red raw, yelling that I am a sick and twisted person for cheating on him, getting an STD, and then blaming him for it. Crap, this got longer than I thought and I have to put in the rest of another post. Okay, it's so long, you guys. Okay. So my husband is upset and visibly shaking and I can't fathom what he is saying. He thinks I'm the one who has been unfaithful and I'm just furious. I have never cheated and I hate cheating. It's a disgusting act to do to someone you love. But he is adamant that he also never strayed and our argument ends with us waking up our son, so I go to settle him. When I came out, he had packed a bag and was leaving. He said he was going to stay with his parents for a bit. He left. I cried all night. The next few weeks were hell. He tested positive, obviously, both of us accusing each other. It got to the point that I asked if he wanted to separate because I didn't see how this could be resolved since neither of us would own up. He said he would tell me the answer if the pregnancy I was carrying truly was his after a paternity test. We went and got the test and of course it was his child. We went to therapy which never really solved anything. He eventually moved back in. All our history combined with knowing that at the end of the day I loved this man and didn't want a broken family was a big part of why I eventually decided to just accept that he cheated and wouldn't own up to it. We just moved on with life, sure, a little less sunshine and joy-like. I loved him, and a part of me thought him admitting it would be worse. I'd want to know names / faces / details and ugh. As more time went by, I became okay with leaving. So, it's more than 2.5 years later now, and Adam, okay, the husband name drop, is scrolling through TikTok when this reel with Robert Irwin comes on. Irwin. He was talking about how the biggest threat to koala populations is chlamydia. I swear if a light bulb appeared in his head, it would have shone out of his ears because I saw him start to piece it together. He now has come to the conclusion that he thinks he did give me chlamydia, but not through cheating. This is where I'm just wowzer at. It's too long again. 3 parts. Okay, back in mid to late 2019, there was huge bushfires in QLD. I remember earlier because I just listened to the story. This is in like Queensland or something. It's in Australia. In September, Adam and I attended the Bohemian Beat Freaks Festival, and along our drive into camp, we came across so many koalas that had been displaced. The event was nearly canceled due to fires burning near the site in weeks prior, so these koalas were just by the side of the road, exhausted. At one point, we pulled over and Adam grabbed some water for these poor guys. One little fellow was so thirsty and exhausted, he was holding onto my partner's arm as he drank. And yes, Adam picked this koala up and gave him a cuddle. And yes, the koala proceeded to pee all over his shirt and arm. We laughed it off, moved him off the road truck, and continued on. Haha, funny. Now being a festival in the middle of a bush, there are only showers that you pay for. We were not planning on using it to shower until the last day. He had taken off the shirt and washed his hands with bottled water. We arrived and set up camp and went to the party and forgot about the koala completely. Over those days, we had sex a lot. Yeah, writing this now, I realize how gross it all sounds, but that's the culture of Aussie bush doofs. Doofs. And we were young parents who had a rare break from having our son. So we go down a rabbit hole of research and find out that yes, you can catch it from koalas. Fuck me. Adam is so fast to make an appointment at our GPS office. We show up and explain everything. Our GP's office. Okay, lack of apostrophe. I was like, GPS. We show up and explain everything, and even she agreed with him. That yes, it is possible that is where the STD could have originated from. We were completely asymptomatic, so we could have had it from then, and it was only detected during my pregnancy. So now we have an explanation, and my husband is all for it. He says it all makes sense, and I can see how he has changed since then. He is more relaxed with me, more trusting, but a part of me having thought it was from him being unfaithful has stuck. Our relationship has still been okay the last few years, but I'll admit it has been strained. Our sex life dwindled a lot, and we both became almost toxic with each other in terms of who the other was talking to or texting, always feeling on edge when the other was out alone, etc. He would randomly come out with, "You can tell me the truth and I'll still love you," so many times that would spark an argument, etc. And our friends who knew the story have ditched us long ago, thinking that one of us was a cheater and the other was stupid for staying. We learned to keep this part of our lives private to avoid all the bullcrap. Since finding this out, it's like my husband has changed again. He is back to the loving, affectionate, caring man he was before this started. He has accepted this explanation so easily. But now, how do I wrap my head around that my husband did in fact give me chlamydia, but from a fucking koala? And how do we undo all the toxic crap that has been between us and move into a healthier, trusting relationship? I still in ways feel as if he cheated on me, and I'm not able to completely let this go because truly, unless he says different, I'll never really know. And this seems too convenient to the whole situation to put me at ease. I just don't know. It sounds crazy, but this has been my life for nearly 3 years with this new information stressing me out again this last 6 odd months. There's also an update. Where's the update? Where's the last update? Hold on. I'm surprised the GP didn't bring up koala contact. Yeah, no, living in Australia. That's what they were saying on. That's what they were saying on the Smosh video too. It's like, did they just didn't think to talk about this? There's an update. There's one last update, but I don't know where it is. Hold on, let me find the last part. It gets better. You would think an Aussie would know, right? Wait, where's the last part of this? Oh, I found it. It gets better. It gets juicier, I guess. I can imagine an insane movie plot where the guy cheats on his wife, gets chlamydia, and now has to plan a trip to Australia to blame it on some koala. Oh my god. That's crazy. That could be a movie plot. Okay, here we go. Hey y'all, me again, koala chlamydia girl. I'm back. So you read my post, edit to add, and if you haven't, please just and most of you thought my husband didn't cheat and gave me a lot of advice to think through. I sat my husband down last evening and spoke about how I'm feeling now. Now we know the truth. I talked about how much pain I've been put through with him accusing me and vice versa, and I apologized for my part in things. I told him how much I loved him and how happy I was to finally put this to rest. Now we both know. There's nothing between us. And then he starts fidgeting and getting upset and tells me that he cheated. Yep, I know. But he still didn't give me the STD, he says. In the months after finding out, yes, our relationship was in a really bad place. When he wasn't living at home at the time, he went out and had a one-night stand with a girl from a pub in the town over. He explained that he genuinely believed that I cheated. And after a few drinks, he decided he was going to end things with me. So he went ahead with sleeping with this girl. It was his way of tit for tat. Plus, he was convinced that our baby wasn't his from everything. Basically, he was really in a broken place. But the next day, we met up, and this was the day I brought up separating, and he said that instantly he had regret and felt as if things were even now. He decided he would stay if I did a paternity test and the baby was his, which he was. He thought that if I was never going to tell him I cheated, he would never tell me either. He only told me now because he realized how stupid he was and wishes he could take it back, but can't, and now this koala knowledge has left him feeling guilty. I asked about the girl, and he says he only knows her first name, hasn't had contact with her since, and she means nothing. But my god, this blows. Remember how I said in my post that since finding out my husband is back to his caring, affectionate self? Well, now I know why. He was trying to make up for his mess up. And people were mad at me for not instantly accepting that my STD could have come from a koala, but I swear there was a part of me that instinctively knew this. Maybe that's why I was holding on. It all feels hollow. I feel numb. I'm sitting on a park bench right now while our sons play, and I just don't know what to do. Cheating is a deal breaker for me, and I never slept with anyone. I never considered a payback tit for tat move against him. So why did he do it to me? I'm heartbroken, and a part of me wishes we could go back to before all of this happened. I can't break up my family. We have 2 kids, 2 dogs, 2 cats, 2 cars, and a house together. It would be a mess. But I don't know how to take this on now. He could have told me this 6 months ago when we first found out about this new possibility, but he didn't. He waited until I poured my heart out to him in apology to dump on me this confession. I can't look at him right now, and he knows it. I guess I'll take a few days to process and then decide things, but I'll probably stay. I love him so much, even though this has broken a little part of me and I just found again. Oh well, life will out, right? Edit. I get a lot of people here are invested in this. I understand it's fucking nuts. I get that a lot of people are now convinced my husband is some sick sadist, but I genuinely do not believe that to be true. I don't think he manipulated me for years. I don't think he gave me the STD needed before all of that crap happened. I do believe the STD came from the koala. Why admit to things now if not? Before, yeah, he felt justified, and now he just thinks he is an idiot for doing what he did. I believe him when he says it was the only time it ever happened. And if people think me for a fool, that's okay. I'm processing this all in my own time regardless. But the way I see it, we had a really unfortunate thing happen, and the STD planted doubt, and he fucked up. But the way it came out shows me that my husband is dedicated. I'm airing all of my feelings, and this man who has let eat him for years because he genuinely believed I cheated also finally told me this truth now so that we can have a shot at going forward with nothing between. He has told me he won't blame me if I want to leave. He thinks I should think everything through and make my decisions regardless of everything we have together now. He knows that everything would change by telling me that. Didn't have to, and the timing shows me he is genuine because now he knows that he is only one here in the wrong. Man, I really skipped over writing about our actual conversation when he confessed, but it wasn't manipulative at all. It was raw and ugly, and in no way did he blame me. He only kept repeating, I really thought you cheated, and I'm a fucking idiot, and I'm so sorry. I'm going to take the advice of a few people who have said I should take a break. I've asked him to go stay at his parents whilst I think things through and take time. And yes, I did say that cheating was a deal breaker for me, but my actions have shown otherwise. So that's something I've learned about myself. Maybe that was just an ideal that younger me had, that viewed the world in black and white, held on to. But now I've experienced life, how life has much more to it, and I guess now that it's not the case anymore. Another person said that the stages of grief aren't linear, and it seems as if I've started at acceptance. Maybe that's true too. Either way, a break, some hard conversations with the therapist, and my own choice will be the determining factor in the fate of my marriage. The end. Good night. Anyway, isn't that crazy? Wow. Redeemable. Yeah, I agree. They gotta work through a lot, but like, you guys, and all because of a koala. All because of koala. Yeah, apparently the GP said that that chlamydia, that it is a possibility that they could have gotten it from chlamydia, or they could have gotten chlamydia from the koala. So, hey. I know, that's like a book. Isn't that a crazy story? This is one that I'm gonna remember for a while. There's a few that from Smosh Reads Reddit stories that are so crazy to me. Home record koala, for real, for real. That was such a joy too. Welcome in. Welcome in. It was, yeah, this was a crazy story, but I wanted to share this with everyone before I retire for the night, because this was I was listening to this as I made dinner today, and I was like, what? Fact is weirder than fiction, right? You couldn't make this shit up. Oh my god. Okay, guys. Thanks for joining me for another Reddit Stories stream today. We're gonna be watching a movie tomorrow, so grab your popcorn, grab your drinks, grab your popcorn, and let's watch a movie in honor of the Oscars that happened yesterday. Koalas, man. Koalas. Yeah, we'll be watch-alonging tomorrow. There's a poll. I have a poll on Twitter. So if you guys go look at my Twitter and decide, you can help me decide. You can help me decide the movie that we're watching tomorrow. Yeah. Thank you for the stream. Thanks to the stream, everyone. Another fun Reddit story stream. I was thinking about, I was like, what do I do today? I could play Sims, I could play They're Delicious, I could just chat, I could do so many things. And I thought about it and I was like, I didn't do Reddit stories last week. So Treasure Planet, yeah, oh my god, Treasure Planet was really good. So I'm excited to see what's in store for tomorrow. How wild the story is. You definitely know this is a chat GPT. Right? Oh my god. There's some things you really just cannot make up. Yeah, go vote on Twitter. Vote on Twitter. I have 4 choices for movies up over there, so definitely go and see what choose one that you want to watch. All right. Let's see. Duber says, I literally had a headache all day until just now. Oh no. Also, I noticed your verbal reading has gotten a lot better. Oh my god, yay. The grammar gulags have trained you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to enunciate and not stumble too much. I guess it kind of like my verbal reading ability like dipped at the end, probably just because I'm tired. But yeah, I have a voice that projects. Obviously, you guys know I'm loud. I have a pretty solid like loud voice, and my enunciation when I read is pretty okay. So I always got like, I was the quietest kid in the room. I would never raise my hand. I would always avoid the teacher. I would never talk to the teacher unless like I really needed to. But whenever I started reading, they'd be like, huh. I would get compliments. I've gotten compliments on my reading actually since, I don't know, I've been put in like performative positions ever since I was little, even though I hated it. I got the lead. I remember specifically I got the lead for the play because we did a play for every year in elementary school. I got the lead for a play, the play, in 3rd grade, and then in 5th grade we did a play about immigration, and they gave me the monologue in the middle. And I remember, yeah, there have been multiple times throughout like middle school and high school where they're like, huh, you can actually read. And I was like, oh, thank you, because I never spoke in class otherwise, and if I did, I'd be like, so yeah, thank you. I enjoy reading out loud, and that is a skill that I enjoy. What? That's a skill that I don't know about take pride in. I wouldn't go that far, but it is a skill that people have praised me for in the past, probably just because my voice carries. Because my voice carries, and I don't like, I don't know, I feel like I don't oh, my friend. Sorry. She's literate. I'm literate, you guys. Oh, my friend just messaged me about, my friend just messaged our group chat about Pokemon Resort. Pokemon Resort? Pokemon Concierge? It's called Pokemon Resort. Oh, wait. Or is it called I think it's called Pokemon Resort in Japan. They're like, did you know it was getting did you know it was getting a 2nd season? They remembered. Oh my god, that's so nice. She remembered that I liked that series. Dear to Life shows, yeah, I guess so. I never really, but I do remember that being cast as the lead in 3rd grade made me very like, oh wow, like wow, this is, I can do this, you know, like, because everyone laughed when I hit like the punchlines and stuff. Probably just because I was in 3rd grade and it was cute, but it was cute. We can watch. Oh yeah. Oh my god. The series is so short too. We could definitely do that. Baby Aoi. I know. I don't know what it was, but I peaked. I peaked, you guys. Okay. Obviously, I'm like, yeah, definitely. But Doover, thank you. I'm glad your headache went away. Oh my goodness. Glad we could have a sesh to cure your headache. And Nanako says, love your Reddit takes, Owlwee. Haha, thank you for the stream. Miss you already. Ooh, not sure how I'm gonna handle the Owlwee withdrawal symptoms when you travel, but let's see. See you tomorrow. Bible thumb. Hey, people happy. Thank you, Nanako. Yeah, I've been streaming so much since the beginning of the year. It's gonna be my first like long bout of no streams. But I'm hoping to have at least 2 shorts go up. And then I'm planning on having a cover coming out while I'm gone as well. So please keep an eye out for that one as well, you guys. Oh my god, a cover. I think it's my first cover, my first solo cover since Prism's demise. So it's been almost a year since since a solo cover, so it's finally coming out. Yay! You deserve it. Thank you. I'll miss you lots. I'll miss you guys too. I'll see you guys on Iku's channel, on Tia's channel as well. I'll be in a few places. I am seeing Vivi as well, but we'll see what she wants to do about we won't be near our computers, so if we do anything, it might just be a short Twitter space. We'll see. I made your covers playlist yesterday. It was therapeutic or exacerbated withdrawal symptoms. I don't know which was good. Thank you. You're gonna be doing yes, off collab with Iku definitely, and hopefully Meno as well. We'll see. My schedule is really packed right now. And I know Iku wants to go to Disneyland, so we might have like a day where it's just like consumed by Disneyland. But we'll see. But we'll definitely try to have a Cosmia collab. I think we wanted to do like the Cosmia collab where we like read we do some of the stuff that we got, read and play some of the stuff that we got for anniversary. But I don't know if that will be this trip or not. It kind of depends how much time we have or what our schedules look like. But I think I'll be at least on Iku's channel. I'm not sure about Meno's schedule, but she says she's free, so we'll see. We gotta hold you accountable for Shoujo English cover. Yes, I'll say it. I'll just say it now because it's not a secret. Shoujo Day is. I'm hoping to release Shoujo Day within the next 2 weeks. So yeah, keep a lookout for that. Everything is in the works. It's coming fast. I've been getting works in progresses for everything. So Shoujo Day is finally happening. Yay! Gonna miss you. Have lots of fun. Thank you. Pigs if you remember. Yes, I will. If anything looks cute enough for me to think, huh, I should take a picture of that. Oh, I need to upload the picture of the charcuterie board the other day. I got my cousin to send me a picture of the charcuterie board that we had. And it looks really good. So, well, does it? I don't know if it looks as good in the picture as it was in real life, but I wanted to upload that as well. Yeah, Disneyland. All right, you guys. Thank you for the donations and thank you. I was thinking today that I want my AI Tokimori to read my donation. That would be so funny. I want to figure out how to do that someday. Anyway, that was just a random thought that I had this morning. I was like, huh, what if I could get AI Tokimori to read my donations? That would be really funny. I'll figure it out. Oh my god, yeah, wait, let me know. Let me know if you figure out how to do it. I would love to see that. Doesn't look good, we can blame your cousin. That's true. She can come back. All cure means and shit. Yeah, oh my god, it looks really good. So Alwaysception, yeah, oh my god, I think that would be really funny. Okay. Let's see. Let me find someone to raid today. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Let me drink my... Oh god, sorry, I bumped my mic stand. Last part of my cocoa. Cocoa? My questionable cocoa. Looks like Rita is streaming right now. She's playing Honkai Star Rail. Still going. I knew someone who did that with his wife's voice. Oh, that's kind of cute. Oh, uh-oh. Now that I'm reading the comments for this, it looks like he might have just cheated. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think whoever looked it up earlier in the comments well, that means that the GP was lying, because they were like, yeah, it's possible you could have gotten it from the koala. Okay. A different strain, yeah. The GP was lying. Okay, yeah, Rita is still playing. GP felt bad. GP read this subreddit, and she was like, oh no. They were like, oh no. The plot thickens, right? Also, Doctor versus Reddit people. I guess that's true, yeah. We'll never know the truth, oh my god. I guess that's the case with, like, all Reddit stories. Alright. Let's raid into Rita. Welcome in Kokomori, so I'm just ending, but we will be having a watch along tomorrow at 10 p.m. CET. So I will see you all then. I'm excited to watch a movie again tomorrow. I'll see you soon. I love you all very much. And I will see you again at 10 p.m. tomorrow. Otsumori deshita. Thanks so much for reading Reddit. Crazy Reddit stories with me today. I love y'all lots. See you again. See you again tomorrow. Bye-bye. Otsumori. I should get rid of my schedule from last week. All right, bye-bye. Thanks for coming. Otsumori.